We're making cherry jam or cherry preserves today. My friend gave me a bunch of cherries. I've pitted them and now we're going to start, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farms Kitchen. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. Today I'm making cherry preserves. So we went ahead and pitted the cherries, and they're separated, they're in half, so I'm gonna process them through the food processor now. What I have is 4 cups of cherries for this recipe. Take the rest of these cherries and put them in here. When we get 4 cups of cherries, you only want to do 4 cups at a time. With jam, you want to do it in small quantities, I've learned. You don't want to double your recipe. So we're going to chop this up. Let's see. Turn that down. Turn that on. And that's it. Okay. Right now we're sterilizing our jars. I have 12-ounce jars that we're going to be putting the jams into. So you just water bath them. Once you get the water to boiling, you want to water bath them for, at my altitude, about 15 minutes. That makes sure that all the pathogens inside the jars are absolutely dead. Okay, now the recipe I personally came up with that works for me is this. 4 cups of fruit, 1 package of pectin, 1/4 cup of water, 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm using lime juice. And while it's heating up, I'm going to stir that pectin in. We're going to get it hot. Once it's hot, then we'll add the sugar. Okay, it's starting to come to a boil. Now we're going to add our 2.5 cups of sugar. Pour it in all at once. You're going to incorporate the sugar throughout. You're going to let it come to a rolling boil. Okay, now at this stage we're going to be looking for the sheet test on the spoon. So we're going to dip the spoon in and we're going to let it cook until it just glops off the spoon. Not quite there yet. We're still waiting for it to do that. And then once we got it cooked, we'll remove the heat. We'll turn the heat off, and then what we'll do is we'll skim off the foam. Okay, the description of a rolling boil is when you stir it, it does not stop boiling. So you want to cook it for 1 minute. During that rolling boil, because that rolling boil is what causes the thickening of the gel. We want to do this for 1 minute. Okay, it's been going for a minute. Now let's try that test. Not quite. Okay, it's time to remove from the heat. We'll let it settle down and then we'll skim the foam off. And then once the foam is skimmed off, we'll go ahead and put it in the jelly jars. It's time to put these in the jars. Now the jars are hot from boiling, so you don't want to pour hot liquid in cold jars, because then you might run the risk of cracking your jars. Now we're going to leave a 1/4 inch head space, so I'm going right up to that little rim. I don't know how many jars I'm going to get out of this rendering. Put your rings on finger tight, and then we're going to water bath these. These will set in a boiling kettle for 15 minutes. Check your altitude. Okay, 15 minutes in the water bath here at my altitude, and we've got jars to pull out. And set to cool. So it was 4 cups of the fruit, 2.5 cups of the sugar, 1 little package of pectin, and 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. I used lime juice, and boiled. Now this makes 4 little 12-ounce jars of cherry preserves. So I'm glad you guys joined me on my little adventure here in the kitchen on canning cherry jam, cherry preserves. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in another video. How many hats did I wear during the course of this video? We'll see you later. Bye-bye. I have all these cherries left. They're already boiled down, and my wife wants me to make some canned cherry pie filling, so that's another project.